We generate hundreds of AI UGC videos every single month at AVM, and in this video I'm giving you our entire workflow, including all the techniques we use to make AI UGC look and feel real. AI UGC is everywhere right now, but most of it looks artificial, and that's the problem. UGC videos are some of the best performing ads out there, but only when you know how to make them look real and genuine. Because I'm sure you already know, as soon as someone senses that a UGC video is AI, they are very likely to scroll away, let alone buy from you. And so that's exactly what our workflow aims to avoid. I took everything we've learned over the past year from nearly 2,000 videos we've generated so far and condensed it down into a single skill that turns Claude or any AI you prefer into your own UGC agency. And I'm giving this skill away for completely free. You can grab it directly from the link down in the description. All I ask in return is that you like this video. Now here's where it gets really powerful. You don't need to write a single prompt or understand how any of these models work. You simply tell the skill what you want to create and it takes over from there, asking for your product photos and any other information it needs. Then it captures that creator from 6 different angles, studies every product angle you provide, and builds a scale reference so it understands exactly how the product should look in their hands. And this is the part most AI workflows completely miss. They jump straight into generating the video without first giving the model enough information. So it starts guessing, the creator's physique changes, labels get rewritten, and completely new product details appear. And without a scale reference, a small serum bottle can suddenly look the size of someone's forearm. This skill solves those problems before the video is ever generated. Every step becomes the input for the next, locking the creator's identity, product's appearance, and its proportions throughout the entire workflow. The best part is that you only need to complete those first steps once for each creator and product. After that, every additional ad is just a new script, hook, and setting, while the same creator and product remain perfectly consistent. Now, there's exactly one manual step in this entire process. We need to connect Claude to Higgsfield MCP so Claude can generate the images and videos without you lifting a finger. So let's head over to the first link in the description to open Higgsfield. From here, click MCP and CLI, choose the AI you use. In my case, I use Claude, and copy the connector URL. Then open Claude desktop app and go to Customize, Connectors, Add, and Add Custom Connector. Name it Higgsfield, then paste the URL and click Add. Finally, click Connect and authenticate your Higgsfield account. Next, download the skill using the link below. Then in Claude, go to Customize, Skills, Add and upload a skill. Drag and drop the downloadable file, and that's it. You now have your own UGC agency inside Claude. For this video, I'm going to create UGC ads for a fictional gummy brand I designed. Inside this folder, I've prepared several reference images of the product, a front view, a back view, the gummies arranged on a counter, and a top-down shot of the open jar. I've also included an image of the jar in a woman's hand to show the model its real-world scale. These are the images Claude will use throughout the workflow. The more accurate information we provide, the fewer details the model have to guess. Now I'll head back to Claude desktop, switch to Claude Code, and connect the folder so it can access all our product assets. Then I'll attach the front view image and ask it to create a UGC ad targeting women in their 20s who struggle to take vitamins consistently. The angle is simple. These gummies taste like candy and look good enough to leave on the counter, making the habit easier to retain. Claude is first analyzing the product, its positioning, the target customer, and the visual language. Then it will recommend creator profiles that could make the message believable. Okay, so it's ready, and in this case, it understands that the creator should feel like the target customer talking to herself, not like a polished celebrity reading a brand script. It gives me 4 different directions. The recommended option is a clean girl creator in her mid-20s, with light brown wavy hair, minimal makeup, and an approachable wellness aesthetics. Claude describes her as an "I have my life 60% together" energy, which is such a subtle, oddly specific observation that I would have never thought of myself. There are 3 other creator directions if I want a different personality, and there's also an other field where I can describe my own preference. This is a small but important step. The right creator isn't simply the most attractive person, it's the person whose appearance, energy, and context make the recommendations feel credible to the target viewer. I'm going with the recommended clean girl direction. Next, Claude asks where the creator should appear in the generated images. This setting will later carry over into the final video. It recommends a bathroom counter, but I'm choosing a kitchen counter to try a different direction. It also asks how many creator variations I want. I'll stick with the recommended 4, and if none of them work, I can simply generate another batch. For this step, the skill uses Higgsfield Soul 2.0. We found that it produces the most natural looking people, avoiding the perfect symmetry and flawless skin that make outputs from GPT Image 2 or Nano Banana Pro feel AI generated. Okay, our avatars are ready, and this is what they look like. I'm going to select the first one on the left, which corresponds to option A. Claude is now creating a character reference sheet from the model I selected. It captures everything from small facial details to her overall body proportions, keeping her consistent across future images and videos. And because she doesn't actually exist, the image model has to invent anything that wasn't visible in the original image. So if we don't like a detail in the resulting reference sheet, we can simply regenerate it. At the same time, Claude is generating a product reference sheet using the images in our connected folder. It didn't need to ask me for them because it already has access to those files. If it didn't, Claude would ask me to upload the images directly or point it to where they are stored. And unlike the character sheet, the product sheet follows strict fidelity instructions so the model doesn't alter the packaging. And from this point onward, the skill uses GPT Image 2 because it's especially good at maintaining object consistency. Okay, both reference sheets are ready, the character looks consistent, and the product details are accurate. So I'll approve both and move on. Now Claude is asking what our creator should sound like along with her accent. Her voice and delivery need to connect with the target audience. We want her to sound like someone they can relate to, almost like a friend recommending something that genuinely worked for her. For this one, I'll choose a neutral American accent with a warm, casual, conversational delivery. Next, it asks what the script should lead with, basically how the video should start. It gives me 3 different options, but I can also type in my own preference. I think I'll go with the first option, which is also the recommended one. It leads with the exact angle I gave Claude at the beginning of the workflow, which is struggling to take vitamins consistently. Claude will now combine the character sheet, product sheet, and original scale image to create a reference of our creator holding the jar at the correct size. This should keep the product's proportions consistent in the final videos. Now, while that image is still generating, Claude has already prepared the 15-second script for us to approve. It gives us a quick breakdown of the dialogue, the creator's actions, and the camera setup. Everything looks good, so I'll approve the script at 720p. However, I'm also going to ask Claude to create another version with jump cuts so we can compare the two. There we go. Claude has now created a second version that breaks the same idea into multiple shots. At this point, the scale reference is also ready. We now have an image of our creator holding the jar at the correct size. If the product looked too large or too small, I could simply ask Claude to regenerate it before moving forward. But now that the scale reference and both scripts have been approved, Claude is sending 2 separate 15-second video generation requests to Higgsfield using Cdance 2.0, one continuous version and one jump cut version. And unfortunately, it looks like I've just run out of Claude usage credits. Thankfully, both video generation requests had already been sent to Higgsfield, so they are still generating in the background. So I'll see you once the videos are ready. While those videos are generating, let me quickly tell you about AI Video Mastery, my community for anyone who wants to get genuinely good at creating AI videos like these. We are now more than 8,800 creators, and inside you'll find structured step-by-step courses that take you from complete beginner to confident AI video creator. Once you've mastered the fundamentals, you can explore specialized courses covering different tools, workflows, and styles. You'll also be learning alongside thousands of creators who share their work, exchange ideas, and give each other feedback. So if you're serious about mastering AI video, you can join through the link below. Alright, the generations are ready. Let's take a look at the results.
I have never finished a bottle of vitamins in my life.
Until these.
They taste like actual candy. 2 a day.
And it lives right there, so I actually remember.
Okay, so we just watched the jump cut version, and this one actually turned out great in my opinion. Everything feels natural, the way she moves, the way she speaks, and even the way the cuts are applied. Now let's take a look at the continuous version.
I have never finished a bottle of vitamins in my life until these. They genuinely taste like candy. 2 a day, and it lives right here, so I actually see it. First one that ever stuck.
This one has a clear problem. She pours several gummies into her hand, but they suddenly turn into one. She also says it lives here while the jar is still in her hand. So this version definitely needs to be regenerated. And it's also a good example of how not every generation will be perfect. In a case like this, you can simply tell Claude exactly what went wrong. It will rewrite the video prompt, simplify the parts that failed, and regenerate the video. And that's the complete workflow. We started with a few product images and a simple idea, and the skill guided us through every stage. From analyzing the product and choosing the right creator, to building the character, product, and scale references, writing the script, and generating the final videos. So hopefully you can see just how in-depth this skill is. It doesn't simply write a prompt and send it to a video model. It builds each step on top of the last to give you more realistic and consistent results. And when something goes wrong, you can tell Claude exactly what happened, and it will adjust the prompt and regenerate the video for you. Again, you can download the skill for free using the link in the description. If you found this video helpful, make sure to leave it a like and subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.